Hello and welcome to this new episode of my podcast. Quindi ciao e benvenuto a questa nuova puntata del mio podcast, un podcast di inglese per italiani. So, what are we doing today? Well, today we're just chatting. Quindi oggi chiacchieriamo. But why? Well, because it's useful. You can improve your listening skills. First of all, I'm going to speak like this. So nice and slowly so that everyone can understand. And sometimes I'm going to translate a few words or phrases. So today we're going to talk about two things mainly. Me going to Paris for a few days. I've not been there in quite a long time, basically a year. I've got a weird relationship with that place, as some of you may know. But I'm really, really excited. I really, really like Paris. So yeah. And then we're going to talk about some books, some really cool stuff. So, Paris. By the way, by the time this episode comes out, I'll be already in Paris, so I'll let you know how it goes. But first of all, I still need to pack everything, right? To pack, fare le valigie. I still need to pack everything up because I need to leave tomorrow morning. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty crazy one. And actually, Sunday is going to be Easter, Easter, Pasqua. Yeah, Easter, Pasqua, Pasquetta, Easter, Monday. Nice and easy. As I was saying, I've got a weird relationship with France and Paris, but I really love that place. Of course, as some of you may know, something happened last year, so I still feel a little bit on edge. To feel on edge means sentirsi un po' così. Yeah, to feel on edge. But I love Paris. I love, French as well. I've started learning French, so I'm really excited to go there and practice. As I always say, even if it feels uncomfortable, you need to get out there and, put yourself out there and try and speak and practice as much as possible, even if you're not good at it. Apart from that, I'm actually really excited about the food I'm going to eat as well. And you're going to think, what? French food isn't that good, is it? But yeah, I really like cheese. I like onion soup, soup à l'oignon. It's delicious. And so I'm really, really excited to go there, try all the different types of cheese, like, Roquefort, Reblochon, and all of those ones. Have you ever tried them? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, before doing all of that, I still need to pack everything up. I need to check in. I need to wake up early. I need to go to the airport, go through security, do all that stuff. And of course, I must not forget my passport. That's a really, really important one. And then I've recently started reading again. And I would like to talk about a few books, starting from this one, The Godfather, Il Padrino. A lot of you, I'm sure, know exactly what I'm talking about. So this in English is called The Godfather. But I was like, do you know what? The author is Mario Puzo, or Puzo, I don't know how to pronounce it. And it says that the guy is from Sicily, Mario Puzo il Siciliano. And I was like, okay, so since the author is Italian, I need to read it in Italian. I hadn't read a book in Italian in about 10 years. So, you see, I hadn't read a book in Italian. Non avevo letto un libro in italiano. I hadn't read a book in Italian in about 10 years. And I was like, so, okay, I'll read it in Italian since the author is Italian. But then as I kept reading it, I noticed that there were a lot of calques and translation, like literal translations. So I thought that's a bit weird. And then I was like, maybe, Italians in the 1920s and 30s were speaking a slightly different Italian in America. But no, it turns out that this book was written in English. And this guy is not from Sicily. He's originally from Naples. And he was born in New York. And that's why, as I kept reading it, I was noticing all these literal translations from English. So at that point, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Quindi no, in realtà questo libro è stato scritto in inglese, The Godfather, perché Mario Puzo non solo non è siciliano come è scritto qui nella copertina, ma ha origini napoletane e in realtà è nato a New York e ha scritto questo libro in inglese. Quindi mentre lo leggevo dicevo che strano, tante di queste frasi sembrano tradotte letteralmente dall'inglese e infatti è così. And then the next book is this one. This is actually a French copy of it, En rien peut tout changer. But the book in English is called Atomic Habits. And it's a great book if you want to start, and doing something that you've not been doing. If you want to get rid of, sbarazzarsi, to get rid of a bad habit. Yeah. So, se vuoi iniziare appunto a delle nuove abitudini, sbarazzarti di cattive abitudini, this is a great book. In English, it's called Atomic Habits. And I've been finding it really, really useful. As it says here on the cover, it says, micro actions, mega impact. Because sometimes it's really the little things that can make a big difference in our lives. Quindi, in realtà in francese lo riportano molto bene, microazioni mega impatto, perché a volte le piccole cose, le piccole abitudini che abbiamo, che sviluppiamo, possono avere un impatto enorme sulla nostra vita. And the following book is a great book. I've not finished it yet, but I've read a lot of other stuff about it, and it's great. It looks awful because a friend of mine gave it to me, so it's all ruined, but it's really, really interesting. It's called The Chimp Paradox. Yeah? Quindi questo libro è fantastico, è rovinato perché me l'ha dato un mio amico, è il paradosso della scimmia, dello scimpanzé. And it's crazy, yeah? It basically talks about how our brain is actually split into 3 sections. Yeah? Quindi parla di come il nostro cervello è diviso in 3 parti. We've got the monkey brain, yeah, il cervello scimmia, the human brain and the computer. Yeah, so 3 different sections. The monkey brain is very irrational. Very irrational, very emotional. So whenever you feel like you're doing something that you wouldn't normally do, that's probably the monkey in your brain, because we all come from monkeys. Then you've got the human, which is you with your personality, your thoughts, your everything, your way of being you. Quindi abbiamo la scimmia che è razionale, super emotiva, quando ti trovi a fare cose strane che non sono da te, è la parte, irrazionale del cervello, la parte scimmia. Poi è l'umano, che sei tu, la tua personalità, le tue abitudini, il tuo modo di fare. That's the human part of the brain. And then you've got the computer part of your brain. And that one is a really, really fast one. So when you learn how to play an instrument or how to speak a language or how to do anything, at the start, the human is learning everything and the monkey a little bit. But then all the information goes to the computer and you become really, really fast at that thing, really good at it. You don't even need to think about what you're doing. You just do it. Quindi, dopo un po', quando impari qualcosa di nuovo, uno strumento, qualunque cosa, all'inizio la parte umana e della scimmia imparano lentamente come fare tutto quanto. Dopo aver fatto pratica, questo anche con l'inglese comunque, tutte le informazioni vanno alla parte del computer, del cervello, la definiscono così, che è la parte più veloce, è 20 volte più veloce della parte umana. E lì non fai sforzi, semplicemente fai quella cosa senza pensarci, che sia suonare uno strumento, parlare, calcolare qualcosa, e quello è veramente potentissimo. And then there are a lot of strategies in here on how to deal with your monkey when it comes out. Yeah, to deal with something. Come fare a gestire la tua scimmia mentale, quando esce. When you're doing something irrational, when it's not you doing something. And that happens to everyone. So it's a really, really good book. As you can tell, for this episode, I just wanted to talk. So let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you found it useful, if you've learned anything, and if you did, please share it with a friend so you can learn. You can start learning together. Quindi in questo episodio ho chiacchierato, non c'era un testo, una storia né nulla. Fammi sapere come ti è sembrato. Ti è sembrato utile? Ti è piaciuto? Hai imparato qualcosa? Se hai imparato qualcosa, condividilo con un amico così potete imparare assieme. And then, of course, I'll see you next time. Nice one.